Beneath the surface of the Earth, there lies a world of cave diving, full of darkness and mystery, a hauntingly beautiful and unforgiving world where the slightest mistake can mean the difference between life and death. Do you know that according to the National Speleological Society, the fatality rate for cave diving is estimated to be between 500 and 1,000 times higher than that for recreational scuba diving? So what makes this sport so dangerous? In today's video, we will show you why cave diving is considered to be so deadly. Before we start, I would like to remind you to subscribe to our channel. Cave diving is one of the most exciting, challenging, and dangerous forms of scuba diving. As you can imagine, cave diving takes place in underwater caves, where there's no easy way to get to the surface and hardly any sunlight. But what makes this type of diving so unique is that some caves are home to rare marine life and otherworldly rock formations that are absolutely mind-blowing to see up close. Some of you might be thinking that this is just another extreme sport, but let us tell you, it's so much more than that. Cave diving is also used for scientific research, exploring flooded caves, and even as a means of searching for and retrieving missing divers. As you can imagine, this type of diving requires special training and equipment to keep you safe. Otherwise, it can cause great harm, even death. But for those who are willing to take the risk and put in the time and effort, cave diving can offer an experience like no other. Now let us explain why cave diving is considered so deadly. Are you ready to explore the dark depths of underwater caves? Think again, because cave diving is not for the faint of heart. This sport has a reputation for being one of the most dangerous in the world, and for good reasons. Imagine this: you're deep in a cave system, with no sunlight to guide your way. The visibility can change from excellent to terrible in a matter of seconds, and even if the water is crystal clear, sand, mud, clay, silt, or other sediment can suddenly reduce your vision to zero. You will need to rely on artificial light just to see your hand in front of your face. And if something goes wrong, well, that's where the real danger comes in. Cave diving is a type of penetration diving, which means that if you need to evacuate the cave in an emergency, you'll need to swim all the way back to the surface from the depths of the cave. And the exits can be far away, making it even more challenging. You'll need to make sure you have enough air to survive the journey back. But that's not all. The water flow in caves can be swift and unpredictable, with springs and siphons causing flooding at the cave mouth. Some cave systems are so intricate that outgoing and incoming currents can pose serious challenges. Outgoing currents can speed up your exit and carry you through familiar territory, but incoming currents can slow you down and carry you to unfamiliar areas, where you may not be able to prepare for potential hazards. One of the key ways to ensure your safety is by using a continuous guideline between your dive team and a point outside of the flooded part of the cave. This guideline can come in two basic types: permanent and temporary. Permanent lines are a bit more reliable as they are always in place and marked to indicate the direction to the nearest exit. They usually consist of a main line starting near the entrance, exit, and side or branch lines. These lines are meant to guide divers back to safety without getting lost or disoriented in the cave. Temporary lines, on the other hand, are used for exploration or to create new routes through the cave. These lines are usually not marked and require careful attention to ensure you don't get lost while using them. If you're deep in an underwater cave, exploring the depths of the unknown, suddenly you realize that the guideline, the only thing keeping you on track, is gone. You're lost in the darkness, with no way to find your way back. This is a nightmare scenario for any cave diver, and it's a reality that could happen to anyone. Losing the guideline is an immediate danger that every cave diver must be prepared for. The consequences of being lost in the maze-like cave system can be terrifying. But don't panic. There are procedures that can be used to find the line again. However, depending on the situation, these procedures can be challenging, and sometimes they may not even work. The first step is to maintain control of the situation and stay out of harm's way. You need to conduct a complete visual inspection in all directions from your current location, keeping in mind the chance that the line is caught in a line trap. It's crucial to stay calm and focused, even in the face of this terrifying situation. If you also lose sight of your buddy, you will have to rely solely on your own skills and instincts to navigate through the dark, murky water, searching desperately for any sign of the guideline. But even if you manage to find the line again, it's still a long and treacherous journey back to safety. One wrong move, one missed turn, and you could be lost once again, with no hope of ever finding your way out. Another significant danger of cave diving is the risk of entanglement and entrapment. Entanglement occurs when a diver becomes caught on a fishing line, cable, or kelp. Although these are not common in caves, there are still plenty of other hazards to be aware of. Entrapment, on the other hand, is a much larger risk in cave systems. Caves are not uniform and can be filled with narrow passages, tight spaces, and unexpected obstacles. This can make it easy for a diver to become trapped in a small area. Something as simple as a tank valve snagging on a rock could be enough to trap you in a confined space. If your dive buddy is unable to free you, it could result in a life-threatening situation. That's how one little mistake can be the cause of your death in cave diving. Now, let us explore some of the skills and safety measures you need to have before even trying this deadly sport. You need to start by learning the fundamentals. When you sign up for cave diving instruction, you'll be taught all kinds of important topics, like how to manage your gas, how to use propulsion techniques to navigate through the muddy conditions of caves, and how to handle reels and communicate effectively with your dive partner. As you progress through the levels of instruction, you'll start to learn more advanced techniques and skills. But here's the thing, it's not just about what you learn in the classroom. You'll need to get out there and gain practical experience in order to truly master the art of cave diving. One thing to keep in mind as you're exploring those dark, mysterious caves is the difference between open water depth and cave depth. And of course, it's absolutely crucial to always stay within the depth range of your gear and breathing gases. Going too deep can be incredibly dangerous, even for fully trained cave divers. You will require specialized gears including dive lights, dive computers, regulators that allow you to breathe underwater, dry suits, reels and lines, and dive flags. These tools are designed to keep you safe, warm, and able to navigate in low-visibility environments. You should keep in mind that you need at least 3 separate light sources. Make sure you have a reliable main light, and then bring along a couple of backups that are maybe a bit less powerful. Many divers also prefer to use a side mount harness, which allows them to carry their tanks on their sides rather than on their backs. This can make it easier to maneuver through tight spaces in a cave. As you improve your skills, you can take more advanced courses that focus on different aspects of cave diving, until you ultimately achieve a full cave diving certification. Even if you have this certification, it's worth noting that there may still be certain caves that require additional training before you can safely explore them. For example, you might need to learn how to use a dry suit or a diver propulsion vehicle to navigate through certain caves. Cave diving is a thrilling and exhilarating sport, but it's also one of the most dangerous. The risks are real, and the consequences of even the smallest mistake can be catastrophic. So if you're brave enough to take on the challenge of exploring underwater caves, make sure you're prepared for the worst. Because in the world of cave diving, one wrong move could mean the difference between life and death. Do you think it's worth risking your life for the thrill of the sport? It's definitely a personal decision, and only you can make that call. Let us know what you think in the comment box. Now make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on our upcoming videos.